Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Adobe XD Daily Creative Challenge. I'm your host, Andrea Hawk. So welcome everyone in the chat. We've got Justin, Beck, Marissa, Gretchen, Tim, Jack, Val. Got a lot of you guys over there today, some familiar faces. How's everyone doing? Hope y'all are having a fabulous Wednesday. I always have to check on my computer what day it is because I always forget, but it is Wednesday. So let's go ahead and dive right in to behance.net/challenge/XD. As always, this is where you can find everything XD challenge related. So let's see what the challenge for today is. Let me make this a little bigger. So registrations unfortunately are closed right now, so you cannot sign up anymore. You can still do the challenges, or you can still design something if you'd like, but a new challenge will be starting next Monday, so be sure to stay tuned for that. So, if you don't already know, of course, each day you receive a challenge for this Daily Creative Challenge. Be sure to join our community chat on Discord. We've got a lot of great conversations going on there. And of course, watch our daily live show every day at 11:30 Pacific time right here. And lastly, be sure to share your work both on Discord and Behance with that keyword XD Daily Challenge, and we will give you guys feedback. So let's scroll on down, see what today's challenge is. Today is actually, I think this one might be my favorite. You guys know how much I love emojis and use them all the time, so we're going to be working on emoji reactions. So, design the messaging experience for a desktop or mobile app. I'm going to be doing a mobile app, and what we want to do is allow users to react with emojis. And you can either scroll left and right for some emoji options, or tap and hold for a custom emoji slider. I'm going to be doing the drag feature or trigger and tap. So multiple interactions, that's what we're going to focus on today. So if you'd like, you can click that Get Started button to grab the Dropbox file, just download and then direct download. Just some inspiration, links to tutorials and things to get you started. And as always, if you missed any of these streams, you can click Watch Video to rewatch anything. And we've got some more info down here. You can download XD right here and join us on Discord. Here is the link. I'll go ahead and hop on over there. So, you know the drill by now. We've got all of our announcements up here. If you want to see what the creative challenge is of the day, you can just check in this channel. And if you want to see what the schedule is, you can check in the Going Live channel. And then, of course, if you want any feedback, you can check in the current challenge channel. Got a lot of awesome designs here. I loved this one. The cat looks a little scary though. I'll be reviewing some of you guys' challenges at the end of the stream today, just on Behance. Just quick, nothing like super intense. Yeah, so that is a little about Discord. Let's go ahead and jump right into our design. So I already have the starter file pulled up here. So we're on day 7. Let's check the chat, see what you guys are up to. It's 1 a.m. in India. Oh my gosh, you should probably go to bed. Vabhan, yeah, go to bed. How are you guys doing? Got Justin. Okay, let's dive right in. So like I mentioned today, we're going to focus on a messaging app. I'm going to keep the chat area pretty similar to how iOS is, but I want to focus on the emoji area. And I'm going to focus on multiple interactions, so the dragging feature and tap. And below this, we've got some inspiration, some messenger apps that can help you spark some ideas as you're designing today. And interestingly enough, again, like the one yesterday, all of the inspiration apps that I found were like the same color, green, and these are all like the same tone of blue. So I don't know what it is about that. So this one, Signal, if you want to try a voice trigger, that would be really cool. So you can do voice and drag trigger, mix those up a bit. Telegram, I haven't used this one, but looks pretty similar to most. We've got the profile picture on the left, the names, and a little preview of what the messages are. And then Facebook Messenger, I actually deleted this from my phone. But I like how they have the like little if you're online or not icon next to each profile. And then this one, text me, just really cute emojis, and you can add some stickers or something. So feel free to play around, just get creative. As always, got some resources down below, links to videos and icons and photos and such. And then below that, this is where you can share. So share on Discord if you want some more real-time feedback, and on Behance with the keyword XD Daily Challenge. So we'll be reviewing those at the end of the stream today. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Danielle says, hello from sunny and finally cool Tampa, Florida. Oh, that's nice. Sometimes I wish I lived in a warmer climate like Tampa. Okay. So I already have the, not the homepage, but the like main messaging artboard already designed. So, you know, just an area for some more details like calling, FaceTiming, or like sending an image or something. And then we have the profile picture. And then below that, of course, all of the chat. So show like who you're chatting to in a different color, maybe the inverse color, what time the chat was sent. And then below that, of course, we need the area to start typing and a little emoji area. So I have a few artboards already set up and just some components down here. So what I want to do is copy this portion, and I want it to look like it's we're swiping it up sort of, or like we tapped on the emoji area, so it's going to auto animate up. So I'm just going to paste that over here. And since we're not going to see this part anymore, I want to remove this and just move this up a bit so we can add like a little profile image and a back icon. So let's copy those two and we can paste them. Let's just center the profile icon. Make sure everything's grouped also, since we're gonna make this auto animated, and make this left aligned. And then let's just move these down a bit since we have a little more space. And move this up. Okay. And then in this bottom area here, this is where I want to focus on adding the emojis. So let's add a background. And I'll make this like a gray color. And you'll notice here that I changed the background fill just to a darker color. That's how you do it. You go in your appearance panel, make sure the whole artboard is selected, and you can change the color. Just because I want this bottom area to kind of stand out so we can see the corners there. Okay, so now I've already just kind of lined up all my emojis, and we're going to copy and paste these in here. I didn't want to bother adding all of them because that would be way too much work. So this is the first like page of emojis, and of course you can have as many pages as you want. I'm just going to go show two. So I want to add a carousel, so I'll add this little component. And let's center this at the bottom. So we can see like, okay, we have 5 pages of emojis, and then we can flip through each of these. So, oh, that's not centered. There we go. So you'll notice that I grouped both of these together, and that's important when we're dragging, doing the drag trigger, so those are both connected, and the trigger will understand what we're trying to do. So from this artboard to this artboard, I want to just drag those over to the next page. So we can just copy all of this, paste it on the next page, and then drag this over. So those are centered. The second page is centered. And then let's hop on over into our prototype tab and then just select this whole thing, and we're going to choose the trigger. So drag that trigger over to the third artboard, and our trigger will be drag. And then vice versa, we want to make sure we can go back to the previous artboard. So this is on the second page, drag that back, and again, just a drag trigger. And the action is auto animate. And now we need a way to get from the first artboard to the second one. So let's just, oh, I already have it. So just click on your little emoji icon, and this will just be just a tap and an auto animate. So it will scroll up. And you want to make sure that these layers are named the same, otherwise auto animate might have a bit of trouble finding it. Okay, so 217, that's the group. So we can just preview this so far. So we tap on our little emoji. Great, it swipes up. And then this is a drag. So drag to the second page and back to the first. Perfect. Now what I want to do, I have a few more artboards over here. So I have all these emojis, and I really like how on iOS you're able to like tap and hold any emoji or most emojis, and then you can choose a different like color range of emojis to add. So I think that's great, but I think we can improve it. So what I want to do is just tap one of these emojis, a pop-up, well not a pop-up, but just a little like arrow icon will appear, and we can use a slider instead, because I think the slider will give us a little more range of colors and options. So let's copy all of this. Actually, let's just do this one. So let's copy all of these. Yeah, let's do the smile one first. I'm gonna do 2 sets of these, and we'll paste it in here. And now I want to go grab my little component. So I've already created these little pop-ups. So let's copy this guy. What I want to do is just zoom in a bit. We can paste this right here. And I mean, wherever you are like on the screen, you might have to move this little drop down arrow, because like if you're over here, then of course you won't be able to see the rest of the slider and the emoji. So I'm just keeping it over here on the left. So I started with a frowning emoji, and let's say we want to choose like our range from frowning all the way up to super smiling. So what I'm going to do is auto animate this, and just to show you like this is what we want it to look like at the end, the smiling one. So I just grabbed a few different options, and I'm just going to show 2 different versions. But if you want to show a bunch of different versions, like all 5 of those, you could if you wanted. So let's copy all of this, and then we'll paste it in our second artboard. And let's zoom in so we can auto animate this. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Justin said, I like that little arrow is curved. Oh yeah, this. It's the subtle things, you know. Okay, so we're starting with the circle over here, and then over here to auto animate, and let's make sure these layers are named the same. So group 221 and group 221. Otherwise auto animate will get kind of lost. And let's just drag it, maybe not all the way, but most of the way over. Just double clicking into those groups. And now the slider is all the way over, and we just need to change the emoji out. So let's copy that guy. And we can zoom in a bit and paste the new one. And then we can just delete the old one. Make sure that's centered. And then let's hop on over into our prototype tab, and you'll want to triple click or double click, however many layers you have, and bring your little trigger over, and the trigger again will be drag. So we're going to do auto animate for the action. Easing none is fine, and so that should do everything for us. So let's go ahead and preview this. So select that artboard and drag. Woo! You can see the little smileys changing, so that's pretty cute. Oh, and let's make sure we can bring it back as well. So same trigger, just drag and auto animate. Because when you let go, if you don't have it going inverse, then it won't drag back as well. Okay, so that one looks great. Now we want to be able to, let's say we want to click out of this and choose another one, like a flower one. So let's add another trigger here, and when we tap, this will take us back to the original page. So our trigger will be tap, and let's preview to make sure that works properly. We drag it up, great, tap, okay. I think we don't want that to dissolve. Let's just do, oh yeah, we don't want auto animate, just a normal transition and no dissolve. Okay, let's Command S to save. All right, so from this one, we're getting a little convoluted with all of our arrows here. Okay, so from this one to this one, we need to be able to get here. So let's click on this, and I'll zoom in a bit so you can see. So we already have the trigger going from this artboard to the next, and that's with our drag, swiping left and right through the pages of emojis. But you'll notice now that we have this plus icon. So that now allows us to add another interaction, so multiple interactions. So we can just drag this as well, and the trigger can be different. So we can say tap, tap, no animation. So let's go ahead and test that out and see how it looks. Let's preview. So we can still drag, that looks great. And if we tap, we can still tap and our emoji slider comes up, perfect. And okay, that looks great. Now let's do another one. Let's say we're on the second page and we want to do like a little flower pop up. You know what, I think I need to copy one of these little flowers. Let's just change this one out. We're gonna want to do the flower instead of the moon. Okay. So let's copy this whole artboard, and we're just going to do the same thing that we just did with the smiley face. So paste that there, and we want to grab the next little pop-up, and this time it will just be the flower. And we're going to change the color of the flower. So leave it like at the bottom, and let's go into our prototype mode. And again, we're just going to select this whole artboard area, and you'll see we already have a trigger going back, dragging this whole emoji area back to the previous artboard. But again, we can press this plus icon and that will let us have another interaction. So the tap trigger, and that will bring up this. So let's copy all of this. Let's go back into the design tab. Copy all of this, paste it over here, and we're just going to auto animate that slider. So let's zoom in a bit and update the slider so it looks like it's all the way to the right side. And we'll just change the flower color out to a purple. So again, I'm just doing the two colors. If you wanted to do a bunch of different colors, you can try that out as well. Get rid of the orange and slide that up a bit. All right, and now we can just auto animate this. So again, click into, so you're selecting the circle, drag that over, and we are going to use a drag trigger since we're dragging the slider, and vice versa. When we're going back, we want to be able to drag that and auto animate that as well. Great. So let's preview this and make sure that works. Drag, drag, woohoo. Okay, and now let's make sure we have a way to get back. So if we tap this, we'll go back to the original emoji page. Okay, that looks great. Let's preview the whole thing. So preview that. So we've got our sort of homepage-ish of like who we're talking to. We can press the emoji and it slides up. We used auto animate there. And we can drag left and right to see pages of emojis. I could update this as well, the carousel dots if you want. And if we tap on an emoji, we can slide and we see the little face turns from frowning to happy. Great. And then again, if we do that for the flower one, it changes colors from orange to purple. All right, so there we go. We did a whole bunch of animations in there. Yeah, this was a pretty fun one. So let's go ahead and Command S to save. And again, if you want to export, you can just, select as many artboards as you want to export. Go up to File, Export, Selected, or you can do Batch. And I usually export as PNG. So I already have something exported. Let's open that Behance. Oh, I already have it open. Okay, so, and I like to add a little grid at the top of like all of my daily challenges. You can do that as well if you want. So go ahead and add it to your Behance page. I usually like to add a little prototype. You can export this from XD if you want, and the background I did in Premiere, so this part you just add it as a background. And of course add a little just description, and be sure that you go into settings and in your discoverability tab you add the keyword XD Daily Challenge so we can find you and give you feedback. Alright, so let's save that. Looks good. Now we can look at some of you guys' work. So let me just refresh this page a bit. And okay, so which one do we want to look at? Let's just look at this first one. So this one was by Alia, and this was the one from yesterday. So the health food website. So eat healthy, stay healthy. We've got some of our food down here, 50 calories, nice job. I would love to see this in a prototype if you have a chance to upload it, but this looks great. Let's see, this one. Nicholas, man, Nicholas has been pumping them out. If you're watching, good job. I think he's done every single day so far. Coffee Central, love it. Better beans, better coffee. I would probably buy something from this. And I love I see you added a little blur for the background. Very nice. Love the colors on that too. Very calming. Let's see what else we got. Let's look at this one. So this is the journal app. This one's from Erica. The daily journal. So got a little intro up there. Very nice. Oh, day palette and night palette. Nice. Yeah, this is super calming. So either you can do a quick journal or prompt me. I like that idea. So it gives you a little prompt. What's it like to come back home after a long vacation? And then it leaves you some room to start writing, and you've got all the emojis. Those are so cute. Lovely. Yeah, the layouts are nice on this. Dark mode. So when night sets in, dark mode will automatically activate so you aren't blinded. Good call. When you reach for your phone to journal, and reduce nighttime anxiety. Very nice. I will say this one's a little bit too dark. Maybe not too dark, but I think the text is a little too dark as well. So I would bring the text opacity up a little bit so we can see some more contrast there. Just having a little bit of a hard time seeing. Other than that, looks great. And I like how you changed the background color there as well. It's kind of like the backgrounds on like Mac OS Catalina, how they change throughout the day. All right, let's look at your prototype. This is so great. So we're gonna do the quick or journal or prompt me. Nice. Nice little animation up there. You can save. Yeah, this looks great. Awesome job. Oh, okay. And going over to the night mode. Oh, I like how, and you use the hover trigger there. Very nice when you hover over each of those titles. Ooh, that's slick. How the title kind of expands and contracts a bit. That looks awesome. Great job on that. That was Erica. Love that. Let's look at maybe one more. The waitlist app. So this one's by Christina Lee. Okay. Opportunities. Very nice. You really laid out all of your thinking throughout the whole project here. Waitlist submission. Love the layout. And you've got some little illustrations at the bottom. That looks awesome. View prototype. Oh, well, okay, this is about all the time that we have left. I'll keep looking at these on Discord, so if I didn't get to yours today, just check it out there. So thank you guys all so much for joining. This was a really fun one. I encourage you to try out this design. So in about 5 minutes, we're gonna have Rosina Bosco, and she'll be designing a recipe organization website, so stay tuned for that. And after this, we only have 2 more days left, so I'll be back again at 11:30 Pacific time tomorrow. Have a great day, guys. Bye.